All right. Let's dive into all this amazing Moroccan music you've gathered for us.
Yeah, it's quite a collection.
We've got interviews with musicians from all over Morocco, it seems like, and some historical background, even a little peek into Moroccan culture.
Right. And we're not going to just talk about the music itself, but we're going to learn how it's woven into the daily life of Moroccans, their rituals, and even their spiritual landscape.
Wow, that sounds really deep.
It is.
So the sources mention that, music is everywhere in Morocco, but it's not like the music industry that we know here,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
It's more about that live experience, that intimate connection between the musician and the audience.
Yes. And one article actually suggests that the lack of a dominant recording industry there has actually helped preserve that focus on live performance.
Wow.
It's like a direct connection from the musician's soul to the listener's heart.
I love that.
Yeah.
That makes me think of those impromptu jam sessions you see in the streets or the energy you feel at festivals.
Right. And speaking of energy, one of the things that stood out to me in these sources is the influence of Andalusian music.
Oh, yeah.
It's this musical bridge between Spain and Morocco, a reminder of their shared history.
Oh, that's fascinating. And we actually have an interview with Emi and Debbie, who is a musician who leads an Andalusian orchestra in Rabat.
Yeah.
And he talks about how playing this music is like fulfilling a destiny, almost like it chose him.
It is fascinating how some musical traditions carry such a weight of history and heritage.
Absolutely.
And I think Amin's experience speaks to that connection between music and cultural identity.
Yeah, for sure. And so from those historical echoes of Andalusian music, we jump to a woman who's pushing boundaries and challenging tradition,
Hmm.
Kaira Afazaz in Chefchaouen, the Blue City.
Yes.
Now she leads a group performing Hadra, which is a form of spiritual music that's traditionally sung a cappella by women in private settings.
Yes, and Kyra's story is incredible.
Yeah.
She faced opposition from her own father, who believed that music was off limits for women.
Yeah.
But she defied those expectations and honored the tradition of Hadra, while also expanding its reach to a wider audience.
That's amazing how she can both preserve and evolve a tradition at the same time. And I read that Hadra is meant to induce a state of spiritual ecstasy called Owaj.
Right.
Have you ever experienced music that felt truly transcendent like that?
It's a powerful concept, the idea of music being a pathway to the spiritual realm, which is something we see in a lot of Moroccan traditions.
Yeah.
But before we dive into that, let's shift gears a bit and head over to Meknes, another imperial city steeped in musical history.
Okay, I'm ready. What's in store for us in Meknes?
Well, Meknes is known for a unique form of sung poetry called Malhoun.
Okay.
It's less about instrumentation and more about the power of the singer's voice and the beauty of the words themselves.
Wow.
We've got an interview with Mohamed Mouari, an expert in Malhoun, and he explains how it's remained a distinctly Moroccan art form while also incorporating contemporary themes.
So it's like a living tradition adapting to the times while staying true to its roots.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's a great example of how tradition doesn't have to be static. It can evolve and breathe new life into ancient forms.
I love that.
Now, from the poetry of Meknes, let's transport ourselves to the ancient Roman ruins of Volubilis, where we'll encounter the diverse sounds of Berber music.
Oh, I've heard some Berber music before, but I'm definitely ready to go deeper. What makes it so unique?
Well, Berber music is incredibly diverse. It's everything from work songs and rites of passage to music for celebrations and dances. We're going to meet Ajawi Belouhad, a prominent Berber musician who plays the lutar, a four-stringed instrument.
Okay, and the sources mention that he developed his own distinct musical style.
Yes, he did.
So what sets his music apart?
Well, he draws inspiration from all kinds of sources, including his own family's musical heritage, the rhythms and melodies of Gnawa music, and even elements of theater.
Wow.
So this fusion of influences gives his music a really unique depth and complexity.
It's like he's woven together all these different threads to create something entirely new. And I noticed that he includes women in his band, which seems to be a growing trend in Moroccan music.
You're right, the sources highlight this growing acceptance of women in music, which challenges traditional norms and enriches the musical landscape with more diverse voices and perspectives.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of diverse influences, get ready for sensory overload because our next stop is Marrakech.
Marrakech.
I've always wanted to visit that city known for its vibrant energy. The Jama El Fina Square, the mix of cultures, it just seems like the perfect place to encounter a fusion of musical styles.
You're in for a treat.
Okay.
We're going to meet Hamza El Fadli, a musician who blends traditional Moroccan sounds with Western influences like funk and blues.
Now I need to hear this.
He even talks about how the rhythmic complexity of Moroccan music has influenced his approach to Western genres,
Wow.
creating this really unique sonic tapestry.
That's so cool. I love it when musicians fearlessly blend genres like that.
Yeah.
So what's the story behind his music?
Well, he covers Yamaraya, a song by an Algerian songwriter, and it's fascinating how he describes it as a bridge, connecting him to music from different eras and cultures. He's very intentional about weaving his Moroccan heritage into everything he creates.
That's really cool, creating something new while honoring his roots.
Yeah.
So from the bustling streets of Marrakech, where else does this deep dive take us?
Well, let's journey to the coastal city of Essaouira, a place known for its association with Gnawa music,
Okay.
a genre deeply rooted in spirituality and healing rituals. And this is where we meet, said a master craftsman who builds the gembri.
Now, I know the gembri is a three-stringed bass lute, but I'm guessing there's more to it than that.
You're right.
Right.
In Gnawa culture, the gembri is more than just an instrument. It's infused with spiritual significance and represents this connection between the earthly and the divine.
Wow, and it's traditionally made with camel skin stretched over a wooden body, and the strings are often made from goat intestines. Wow, those materials sound incredibly symbolic. Is there a specific reason they use those materials?
Well, Said explains that each element has a deeper meaning in Gnawa cosmology.
Okay.
The camel skin represents resilience and strength, while the goat intestines symbolize the connection to ancestral spirits, and even the type of wood used for the body is carefully chosen for its resonance and its spiritual properties.
It's incredible how much thought and symbolism goes into crafting this instrument. It sounds like it's almost a sacred object.
It is, and that sense of the sacred extends to Gnawa music itself. We'll also meet Alakine, a Gnawa musician who explains the role of music in their healing rituals called Lila.
I've heard a little about Lila ceremonies, but I'd love to know more what happens during a Lila.
Well, Alakine describes the Lila as a really powerful ritual that aims to achieve spiritual healing and trance through music and dance.
Okay.
It involves specific rhythms and chants and incense, all designed to invoke the spirits and facilitate this connection to the divine.
It sounds intense, almost like a musical exorcism or a shamanic journey.
There's definitely an element of spiritual transformation involved, because Gnawa music isn't just about entertainment. It's a really profound form of spiritual expression and a pathway to healing.
Okay, from the spiritual intensity of the Lila, where do we go next?
Let's journey to the edge of the Sahara Desert,
Yeah, okay.
to the town of Touzgui,
Okay.
where we'll encounter the Hadra, a captivating music and dance tradition.
I don't know much about the Gebra. What makes it so special?
Well, the Hadra is more than just a performance. It's
Okay.
a powerful expression of feminine energy and a celebration of nomadic life.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more about the music and the dance itself. What kind of instruments do they use?
Well, the music features a really unique instrument, also called a Hadra, which is a clay drum covered with goat skin.
Okay.
And the sound is hypnotic and pulsating, creating this rhythmic backdrop for the dance.
And what about the dance? What's it like?
It's mesmerizing. The women's movements drive the energy and rhythm of the performance. Their graceful gestures, often performed with veils and elaborate costumes, tell stories of love and longing and the challenges of nomadic life.
It sounds incredibly visual and expressive, almost like a moving painting set to music.
You got the Hadra is a feast for the senses, a testament to the power of music and dance to transcend language and communicate emotions directly to the soul.
This deep dive is already blowing my mind.
Yeah.
From spiritual trance music to poetic chants to a desert dance that sounds like a moving painting.
Moroccan music seems to encompass everything.
It really does.
What else have we got?
Well, from the ancient traditions of the Sahara, let's fast forward to the bustling streets of Casablanca, where we'll encounter the vibrant energy of Moroccan rap.
Oh, wow. Rap in Morocco. That's fascinating. What's the rap scene like there?
It's a thriving scene that blends the global sounds of hip-hop with distinctly Moroccan elements, creating a fresh and unique sound that reflects the experiences and aspirations of Moroccan youth. I'm really curious to hear more about this fusion of global and local influences. So, who are some of the key players in the Moroccan rap scene?
Well, we'll meet Chaabi, a member of the NAR group from Asfi, and he talks about their use of Darija, which is Moroccan Arabic, in their lyrics.
Okay.
They blend trap beats with traditional Moroccan instruments and melodies, creating a sound that's both contemporary and deeply rooted in their cultural heritage.
So it sounds like they're using rap as a way to express their identity and tell their own stories.
Yeah.
Is there a sense of community within the Moroccan rap scene?
Absolutely. Chaabi emphasizes the importance of collaboration and supporting each other within the scene. And he talks about how they're using their music to address social issues and celebrate their culture and inspire a new generation of artists.
That's really inspiring. It's like they're building a movement using their music to create positive change.
Exactly. And it's not just about the music itself. It's about the community, shared experiences, and the sense of empowerment that comes from expressing yourself authentically.
I'm so glad we're covering Moroccan rap. It's a side of Moroccan music I didn't know much about, but it sounds incredibly vibrant and exciting.
It really is, and it's a perfect example of how Moroccan music is constantly evolving, blending the old with the new, the global with the local to create something unique and powerful.
Okay, I'm hooked. What other gems are hidden within this collection of sources?
Yeah.
I can't wait to uncover more about this fascinating world of Moroccan music.
I know, it's so fascinating. Yeah, it really is.
The sheer range of sounds and styles in Moroccan music is incredible. I had no idea how diverse and rich the music scene is there.
Yeah, and all these musical languages often speak to deeper cultural and historical influences.
Yeah.
For example, the use of darija in Moroccan rap that highlights the importance of language in shaping musical identity.
Yeah, that's so true. It's not just about the sound, it's about the words, the stories they tell, the cultural context they carry.
And those stories can be incredibly powerful too, especially when you look at the personal journeys of some of these artists.
Right.
Like, remember El Grande Toto, the rapper from Agadir?
Yeah.
His story of overcoming a troubled past through music?
Oh, yeah.
It's incredibly inspiring.
It is. And Snowflake, the female rapper from Casablanca,
Yes.
her freestyle skills are mind-blowing.
Oh yeah, she's a true innovator, pushing boundaries and inspiring other women in the scene.
Totally.
Their stories remind us that music isn't just entertainment. It's a force for personal transformation and social change.
Yeah, it's like music can give people a voice, a platform to share their experiences and connect with others.
And that power of connection is something we see time and again in Moroccan music, especially when we look at the spiritual aspects of traditions like Gnawa and Hadra.
Okay, let's talk about that spiritual side, because it keeps coming up in these sources. From the trance-inducing rhythms of Gnawa music to the ecstatic chants of the Hadra, there's this deep sense of spirituality woven into Moroccan music.
Yeah, it's fascinating that the spirituality isn't confined to just specific genres.
Right.
It permeates the entire musical landscape. Remember Amin Debi, the Andalusian musician?
Yeah.
He talked about feeling a sense of destiny, like he was chosen to carry on this ancient musical tradition.
Yeah, it's like there's this belief that music is a sacred gift, a conduit to the divine.
Right.
And it's not just about the music itself, but the entire ritualistic aspect of it. Think about the Lila ceremony in Gnawa music.
Exactly. Alakin, the Gnawa musician, he described the Lila as a journey of healing and spiritual awakening, where the music, the chants, the rhythmic drumming all work together to induce a state of trance and facilitate communication with the spirit world.
Wow, it's almost like a form of musical therapy using sound and rhythm to restore balance and harmony.
Yeah. And that idea of music as a healing force is echoed in other traditions as well. Remember Hadjoui Abdelouahad, the Berber musician?
Yeah.
His music is infused with elements of his family's healing traditions, incorporating rhythms and melodies that have been passed down through generations.
It's like a sonic lineage carrying the wisdom and healing power of the ancestors.
It is a beautiful concept, and it speaks to the deep connection between music culture and spirituality in Morocco.
You know what I'm realizing is that this deep connection to spirituality isn't something that I've encountered in many other musical traditions.
Yeah.
It's a unique aspect of Moroccan music that makes it so captivating and intriguing.
I agree, and it adds another layer of depth and complexity to our understanding of Moroccan music, because it's not just about entertainment. It's a pathway to the sacred, a way of connecting to something larger than oneself.
So we've talked about the spiritual side, the cultural influences, the personal stories of the artists. What about the future of Moroccan music? Where do you see it going?
Well, despite the challenges faced by Moroccan musicians, especially limited support from the music industry, there is a sense of optimism and excitement about the future.
Okay.
One article we have suggests that technology is actually playing a crucial role in opening up new opportunities.
Oh, yeah. I can see that with platforms like YouTube and Spotify. Musicians can bypass the traditional gatekeepers and connect directly with audiences worldwide, and we're already seeing Moroccan artists gaining international recognition.
Exactly. Think about El Grande Toto, collaborating with producers from France and the United States.
Oh, wow.
It's a sign that Moroccan music is breaking down barriers and finding its place on the global stage.
I wonder if this globalization will change the sound of Moroccan music.
Uh-huh.
Will it retain its unique character, or will it become more homogenized?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And there's no easy answer to that. It's a delicate balance between preserving tradition and embracing innovation,
Yeah.
between staying true to one's roots and evolving with the times.
It seems like many of the artists that we've discussed are already navigating that balance. Kaira Afazaz is bringing the ancient tradition of Hadra to a wider audience, while Hamza El Fadli is fusing traditional Moroccan sounds with Western influences.
Right.
And even the Moroccan rappers are blending local dialects with global beats.
You're right. It seems like there's a conscious effort to create something new while honoring the richness of Moroccan musical heritage.
I'm curious about the challenges faced by Moroccan musicians.
Yeah.
Chaabi mentioned limited industry support, and Snowflake talked about the societal pressures, especially for women in music. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's important to acknowledge that artistic expression often comes with obstacles,
Yeah,
but the resilience and determination of these artists is truly inspiring.
absolutely.
They're pushing boundaries, challenging norms, and creating pathways for future generations.
It's like they're saying, we're here, we're creating, and we're not going away.
Exactly, and their voices are being heard. The growing popularity of Moroccan music, both within the country and internationally, is a testament to their talent and their perseverance.
Okay, so we've explored the history, the spirituality, the challenges, the future. Is there anything we've missed in our deep dive into Moroccan music?
Well, there's one more aspect that I think is worth highlighting, and that is the role of music in shaping cultural identity in Morocco. Music isn't just a form of entertainment. It's a powerful expression of who they are, where they come from, and what they believe in.
Yeah, you're right. It's like music is a thread that weaves together the fabric of Moroccan society, connecting people across generations, regions, and even religious beliefs.
And this is particularly evident in how different musical traditions have influenced and interacted with each other.
Yeah.
Remember how Hadjawi Abdelouar incorporated elements of Gnawa music into his Berber repertoire?
Yeah.
Or how Hamza El Fadli blended Moroccan rhythms with Western genres?
It's like a musical conversation where different styles and influences are constantly being exchanged and reinterpreted.
Exactly. And through this ongoing dialogue, Moroccan music continues to evolve, creating a rich and dynamic tapestry of sound that reflects the complexity and beauty of Moroccan culture.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
It has.
I feel like I've just begun to scratch the surface of this incredible musical world. So what should our listener be thinking about as they continue to explore?
Here's a thought-provoking question to leave you with.
Okay.
As Moroccan artists continue to blend traditional sounds with modern genres, how will their music evolve and reach new audiences worldwide?
That's a great question. It makes me think about the future of music in a globalized world and how different cultures influence each other.
Right.
It's exciting to think about how Moroccan music might shape and be shaped by these global trends.
Yeah,
It's definitely a journey that I'm eager to continue exploring.
it is exciting.
It really makes you wonder, what the future holds for Moroccan music as it gains more global recognition. Will it maintain its unique identity, or will it become more influenced by Western trends?
Well, it seems like there's a little bit of debate going on within the Moroccan music scene itself about that question.
Oh,
Some artists and cultural commentators are concerned about preserving the authenticity of traditional forms, but others see the fusion of styles as a natural and inevitable evolution.
yeah. It's like this tug of war between tradition and innovation. How do you navigate that tension, between preserving the roots of a musical culture while also allowing it to grow and change?
It's complex.
Yeah.
But you look at the history of Moroccan music, we see that it's always been a melting pot of influences.
Yeah.
Berber, Arab, Andalusian, and African traditions have all contributed to this rich tapestry of Moroccan music.
Mm-hmm.
So, in a way, embracing outside influences and blending them with existing forms is kind of part of its DNA.
It's like Moroccan music has this incredible ability to absorb and transform influences and create something entirely new while still retaining its essence.
Exactly. And if we look at some of the artists we've discussed,
Yeah.
we see that they're already doing this in fascinating ways.
Uh-huh.
Kaira Afazaz is bringing the ancient tradition of Hadra to a wider audience. Hamza Al Fadli is fusing Moroccan sounds with funk and blues. Chaabi is blending trap beats with traditional Moroccan instruments.
Yeah.
They're all honoring the past while simultaneously pushing the boundaries of what Moroccan music can be.
So it's not a question of choosing between tradition and innovation. It's about finding a way to honor both to create a dialogue between the past and the present.
Exactly. And that dialogue is what keeps Moroccan music vibrant and exciting.
Yeah.
It's a constant process of evolution where tradition provides the foundation and innovation fuels the growth.
This deep dive has been such an incredible journey. I've learned so much about a musical world I knew very little about before.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is the biggest takeaway for our listener? What's the one thing you hope they'll remember from this deep dive?
I think the most important thing to remember is that Moroccan music is much more than just a collection of sounds and rhythms. It's a reflection of a rich and complex culture, a tapestry woven from history, spirituality, and a deep connection to place and identity. It's a musical world that's both ancient and modern, local and global, traditional and innovative.
Beautifully put, and it's definitely a world worth exploring further. I've already started making a playlist of all the artists we've discussed.
I'm not surprised Moroccan music has that effect on people. It draws you in with its beauty and its complexity.
Well, thank you for being such an amazing guide on this deep dive.
Oh,
I feel like I've only just scratched the surface, but I'm so much richer for the experience.
the pleasure was all mine. And remember, the journey doesn't end here. There's a whole world of Moroccan music out there waiting to be discovered.